Do you know how to develop your kids' fine motor skills? Are you aware that you have to first work on your kids' big muscles, such as muscles of the trunk, arms, and legs, before you can develop their hand use efficiently, and that inadequate gross motor abilities lead to fine motor problems? For today's video, our topic is mainly about the hands and the activities you can do to improve it. I suggest you watch our previous video about gross motor skills so that we can establish a good foundation as we try to improve our kids' ability to use their hands in different daily activities. Remember, these two areas are interrelated. You have to work on both to get best results. Success in fine motor tasks is a byproduct of good gross motor and other foundation skills. Fine motor skills require the use of the small muscles of the hands and fingers. Usually, it involves precise movements. So what are the skills our kids need when hand use is involved? Remember the topics we discussed in our previous videos? The following foundation skills are crucial to fine motor development. Number 1, midline crossing. Number 2, right-left discrimination. Number 3, bilateral coordination. And 4, motor planning. All of these skills are discussed separately. You might want to check it out if you want to learn more about it. Moving on, for our kids to execute fine motor movements efficiently, he needs to have good postural stability. And this is achieved when gross motor abilities are well developed. Postural stability enables the arms and hands to move freely in a controlled manner. To achieve this, shoulders, hips, and the trunk need to be strong and stable. In holding a position, for instance, to enable our kid to sit down or stand upright so that they can use their hands in various fine motor tasks, the following gross motor skills are given attention: muscle strength, muscle tone, trunk control, shoulder and hip stability, and balance. As you noticed, these are all the things we kept on mentioning in our video about gross motor. This is why we call them foundation skills, because everything our kid does require all of these skills to be functioning well. If one or two or more of these areas are inadequate, then that is when you see the problem. Also, it is good to note that visual perception directly supports fine motor skills performance, and we will discuss visual perceptual skills as our next topic, so stay tuned. Aside from postural stability, another area that we need to focus on is hand function. These are all skills specific to the use of the hands, and the following are the components we need to focus on. The first component is finger and hand strength and dexterity. The following are activities we can do to improve strength and dexterity. Now let's talk about prehension patterns. For prehension patterns, we have two types: the gross grasp and the fine prehension patterns. The fine prehension patterns entail more precision, and this is what our child used to pick up or hold small objects. The following are the different types of prehension patterns. The next is in-hand manipulation skills. This is the ability to move and position objects using one hand only, without the assistance of the other. For in-hand manipulation, we have 3 different types. Thumb opposition. This is the ability to touch each of the fingertips using the thumb. It is important in grasping objects of different sizes. Then we have hand dominance. Eye-hand coordination. Difficulties in writing, coloring, and scissor activities, problems in self-care, particularly in dressing and feeding, limitations in play activities, emotional regulation, or behavior issues when fine motor tasks are involved.